Hey guys, it's Bryson here, and welcome back to the show. And the question is, can you live off of $30 a week? And if you can, how? Okay, so today we're gonna watch this video by Nate O'Brien, and apparently he figured out a way to live off of $30 a week. And I'm just interested, okay, because $30 a week is, what is it, like, well, that's $120 a month. Am I going crazy? No, that's $120 a month, okay? Which for me sounds kind of like very suspicious. But I'm thinking it's probably just like groceries and so on, right? Like let's see though, because even $120 for groceries is fairly low for the average person here, okay? Because most people spend all their money on groceries. Do me a favor, smash the like button, subscribe. Welcome to the channel. Let's watch together and find out what is going on here. Okay, so cinematography. What's that word? Cinematography. I cannot stand eggs like that. You know, people be making like eggs like that are runny and like the yolk is still there. I can't eat that stuff, man. I'm sorry.
So food is one of the largest expenses that we have in our lives. In fact, it actually comes in.
This is a very nice video. The quality is spectacular.
At number 3, only behind housing costs and transportation costs. So the average American.
Interesting, people spend more money on transportation than they do on food, because if you buy a car for cash, then you only really pay gas and insurance, right? So, interesting.
Household spends about $7,000.
Look at all those carbohydrates. That's a lot of carbohydrates, man. I don't eat bread anymore, guys.
$729 per year on food alone. So in this video, I'm going to show you some ways that you can cut back on food expenses while
I hope this is healthy food.
Still getting plenty of nutrients and the things that you need.
Okay.
To keep yourself very healthy. And so what we're going to do in this video is I'm going to show you what I've personally done to save some money on food, but still balancing that out.
That looks pretty good, honestly. The eggs look burned initially, but now they look fine.
With
surprisingly, magic has been done here.
Eating healthy foods. I think there's kind of this misconception that it's very difficult to eat healthy.
Big facts.
For little amounts of money. Hopefully we can debunk that today in this video. But we were actually
I love eggs.
Pretty hesitant to make this because, you know, people have very different goals and agendas when it comes to eating food and nutrition. And look, I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a doctor. This is what works for me. This is what I've done in the past.
Kind of looks good, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I miss bread so much. Like the bread, like when you think about it, right? This is probably like 2 eggs, right? The breads are like the eggs are like 120 calories, and then the bread is like where you get like the other 300 or 400 calories. That's why I just don't consume this stuff anymore. At least for right now, 'cause I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to go down to 170.
I spend a little bit more money on food now as my budget has been increasing, as my income has been increasing. But I'm going to show you what I've done in that.
But not as much as you probably think. I spend like between 200 to 250 a month on food. Not 400, not 800, not buying some cut of meat from Japan. Not what's going on here with Kobe beef.
The past. And look, everybody has different goals. Some people want to lose weight. Some people are trying to gain weight. Some people are gluten-free or vegan, or they only eat meat. There's just so many different types of diets out
a lot
there that this is not a one-size-fits-all video. What you need to keep in mind for today's video is that this is really oriented on getting the most bang for your buck when it comes to eating food. So we're looking at the most
let's get started.
Calories. We're looking at the most food possible for about $30 to $40 per week.
And by the way, this is all relative, right? Because everybody needs a different amount of calories to sustain themselves too.
And let's just get started with this. Let's actually go over to the grocery store right now. I'm going to give you a lot of different tips and tricks that you can use to cut back on costs quite a bit. So let's just go do that now.
First thing is, before you go to the grocery store, have a grocery list, because marketing is real and they get you.
All right, so we're at Walmart here, or Walmart, whatever you want to call it. Either way.
What do you call Walmart? Walfart? That's ridiculous. I never heard that before.
I've never met someone who actually enjoys going to Walmart.
I have met someone. That's my aunt. She loves going out of Walmart. Don't know why. I cannot stand shopping. If we had like Instacart here in Puerto Rico, I would never step out of my house.
I really hate this place, but the truth is it has
I really hate this place.
The cheapest food.
There goes a sponsor. There goes a sponsor.
Possible. So if you're going to go to a place like Whole Foods, you're going to pay double the price.
big, and that's not even like exaggeration. That's a fact.
For really no reason, for the same food. So we're gonna go into Walmart here. There's other cheap stores too, like Aldi is very cheap as well. Maybe you have some other ones around where you live that are a lot cheaper. You probably know the cheap stores and the expensive stores. Go to the cheaper stores if you're really trying to budget and save.
Just don't get like the meats where they inject them with a whole bunch of poison and then try to feed it to you.
Save a lot of money on food. All right, so in the store we picked up a number of different things. One of
cheese, I love cheese.
them being a massive bag of cheese. Now this
I love cheese.
is about $5, which is kind of going over budget. But this cheese, I throw this in everything that I'm making, and it really is pretty great to eat.
I love mild cheddar.
And then we got some rice, which is about $3.
I don't eat rice anymore, but rice is a very cheap thing to eat, and you can get a lot of it. I mean, if you really want to know how to save money, look at people in third world countries. They eat a lot of rice, a lot of chicken, and usually like a little side of vegetables, usually like peas or beans, because it's a very, not to say like balanced meal, but it's a very full-in meal. And if you're not careful, you'll gain a lot of weight because you're eating a lot, but for a cheap price also.
And $3.14, and this is kind of a lot for rice, but it's some better rice than what you might get at Walmart brand. We picked up some frozen strawberries. We picked up
$2? Wow, that's cheap.
Oatmeal for $2.46. 3 loaves of bread for 67 cents per piece.
That's very cheap for a reason. I don't eat the bread,
really
guys.
carbing up here, but you're
a lot of carbs is what I was
really getting a lot of bang for your buck at a place like this. And like I said earlier, if you go to a place like
67 cents a loaf, that's ridiculously
Whole
cheap.
Food, you're gonna pay
$3, $4, $5.
triple the price.
I use when I get back on the bread stuff, guys. I'm gonna be using Dave's bread. You know, the one with the protein and stuff like that.
For some of these items that we're getting here for so cheap. And we
I love tortillas. I love them. You get the spinach one.
also picked up some tortillas for
They're like $1, $2.
$2.28.
Yeah.
We picked up a head of lettuce for $1.28.
That's something I haven't bought. I should eat more vegetables, honestly. I don't really eat that many vegetables. I just eat a lot of meat and eggs.
Then we picked up a full many pounds of chicken for only about $9.73.
Not bad.
Now, generally, when I shop these days, if I am getting meat, I like to get things that are going to.
I usually just eat chicken breast, honestly. But I do want to start eating some wings, yo, because wings taste so good, like some barbecue wings, right? Oh,
be
yeah.
a little bit more sustainable options. But for this video, I know some people it doesn't fit the budget to get organic free-range chicken. So
That's the one I
because
got.
of that, for this video, we're just gonna have to go with this chicken here.
But most chicken now, right? Like even the organic one is relatively not. It's not the same price, but it's not how it used to be when it was like a two-time difference, right? It's like maybe like an extra $1 or something like that, or like extra $2. It's not like how it used to be because it's a lot more popular now. It's like what people actually want. What people want, this is what they're gonna get.
As you increase your budget, you can really expand out further, or you can cut out meat entirely. It's obviously up to you, and it depends on your goals for yourself.
Oh yeah, if you're like vegan and stuff like that.
It's really a personal choice. Now, we've also picked up a couple of other things as well.
This guy loves orange juice, by the way, guys. This guy's like an orange head.
We picked up some oranges for only 68 cents a piece, and we picked up this baby spinach for $2.56. It's really not that expensive to find some green
and it's organic
to add into your
$30 is his budget, guys. Don't forget about that.
Diet, and I think it's really important to add that in there instead of just kind of eating bland food all the time and not really.
I wonder if that much rice is gonna last him a week. Will it last you a week? I think it is. I think it will, right?
Getting anything else. Now, there's also a couple of other things when we go back to the
That's a pretty good shot.
apartment that you'll see that I already have, like some peanut butter or maybe some eggs or a bagel
This is a lot of carbs.
that I picked
A lot
up.
of carbs. This is what I would call this video a lot of bang for your calories, because it's like a very cheap way to get all the calories that your body kind of needs. But if you're not careful, you will gain weight doing this type of stuff, honestly.
At the local bakery. But in total, this entire run for food, which honestly is probably going to last me much more than a week.
Yeah, it
cost me
definitely
about
will.
$35
I mean, that bread is gonna last you like at least 3 weeks.
total for many pounds of rice, beans, a massive tub of oatmeal, a lot of chicken, and a lot of other different types of food.
Yeah, that's a lot of food.
For about.
I mean, not really, right? Because you have here like, well, how much is this? This is like 6 chicken breasts. So you're looking at like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chicken breasts. That's like 1 per day. So that's 6 days. I mean, it'll last you. It'll last you. And you have like the breakfast stuff. You have like the You didn't buy any eggs though. Where are the eggs, Nate? Where are the eggs?
$35 in total. So let's go back to the apartment and let's see what kind of food we can make for this price.
You make a lot of food.
All right, so we just got back. Let me show you everything that we got, and then we're gonna run over the different types of meals that we're gonna make. So this is everything right here.
This is a very well made video. I actually like it a lot.
And you know, honestly, this is about $30 worth of food, which is pretty cheap, to be honest, looking at the amount of calories that we got.
Yeah, it's like over 10,000 calories there.
And honestly, there's things in here that are gonna last a hell of a lot more than just a week. Like this rice right here is gonna last a long time. So we're gonna run over each one of these meals.
I wonder how much that rice is gonna last him.
A few different breakfast options, a few different lunch, and
by the way, look at his his setup. He has like a very nice minimalist kitchen. It's not even like a crazy kitchen.
dinner options as well. But what I like to do is start with a base. So if you can start with oats, or start with beans, or start with bread or rice, this is how you're really gonna get a lot of carbs and kind of extend a meal. Because if you're just gonna eat carrots for lunch, maybe that would work for some people, but for me, that doesn't work, and I'd probably just keel over it. I need more calories. My metabolism is kind of like a furnace. So
not the same. I gain weight like crazy.
Let's start with breakfast, and then we'll move on to lunch and dinner. So let's just do that right now. All right, so one of my favorite options for breakfast is just a simple bagel with
I used to make this all the time.
some eggs and some spinach.
Not the spinach part though.
Maybe I'll throw some cheese on there as well. And sometimes I'll go with a couple of bagels if I'm really extra hungry. But this bagel I got for about 65 cents at my local bakery. And then these eggs were a couple dollars for a dozen eggs. So then what I'll do to make
that egg looks ridiculously bad.
this bagel really crispy is I'm gonna put this in simultaneously with the eggs. So these pans, they've been through a couple.
So what I usually have for breakfast, guys, is like one tortilla, which is like a spinach one, which is like 50 calories, and I have 2 eggs and 2 pieces of bacon. In total, you're looking at like 180 for the bacon, and then 120 for the what's it called? The eggs. So you're looking at 2,300 plus 50, 350 is how much calories you consume in the morning.
Wars. I've gotten a lot of good use out of them, but let me just
I don't eat the bread because the bread is ridiculous. Like one slice of bread is like 120. That was
show
ridiculous.
you how I do this with this. So I'll just take my stick of butter, put it on.
Oh, that's actually pretty impressive. I've never done that like that.
This is how you make bagel toast. Boom. No need for a toaster.
That's so efficient.
Just let it simmer right there. Really nice. And then simultaneously,
He's over here flipping it up and stuff like that.
we're gonna take these eggs and we're just gonna crack them and put them right in the pan.
Oh, he did the one hand trick, guys.
Just like that. Nice fried egg. Now usually I'll do a couple. Today I might just do one. You know what, let's throw another one in there.
Yeah, I usually just do 2 eggs. If I'm really hungry, 3.
Each egg on here.
Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous.
It's disgusting.
Oh my god.
God damn it.
Oh, he made another one. I was like, yo, where's this egg come from? Because, oh my gosh. There you go.
God damn it. Let me do this over. Yeah. Ow, ow.
That one looks a lot better.
All right, so my special little secret is this baby right here. It's my crock pot. Now I take
What?
a lot of pride in this. I used to make fun of people for having crock pots.
It's a crock pot. I thought it was like a fake name,
Honestly,
yo.
this is one of my favorite ways to cook food because it's so easy. I mean, there's really no excuse to not make food for yourself if you have something like this. People say they don't have any time to make dinner, right? Because they get home from work at
Yeah, people always have something.
6 o'clock, and then they have to go do things and take kids to soccer practice and all these other things. Having a crock pot is something that
I can't get over that name. Sounds like a crack pot. Oh my gosh.
can really save you a lot
I'm gonna get demonetized for this video.
of time. So usually what I'll do is in the morning, just open it up, throw some things in it. So I got some ingredients right here.
What can you cook? Is it like a rice cooker?
One of my favorite foods to eat are potatoes. So literally,
I love potatoes. Can't eat them right now. I'm basically like on keto, guys.
this potato probably cost me maybe 10 cents, if that. Honestly, it probably was even cheaper than that. So potatoes are
Food is very cheap, guys. When you really think about it, and when you go like other places and you compare, it's cheap.
so cheap, and you can actually live off of potatoes.
they did that.
Just
remember?
entirely. Now, obviously, it's not getting all of your nutrients, but if you saw that movie, I think it was The Martian with Matt Damon, and he lived off of potatoes for a long time. But there's actually
that was like that was what happened in Ireland. People lived off potatoes because there was a famine. Not what you probably want to do.
a lot of truth to it. So if you're gonna get a starch, potatoes have so many nutrients. So I'll usually just wash these potatoes, chop them up, maybe dice them, maybe slice them.
Oh my gosh, that is so dangerous. Nate does not know how to cook at all, man. Put the potato on the thing, man, and just cut it there.
Depends on the day, obviously, you know. And then I'll just throw them in the crock pot with a number of other things. I like to start with the base, as I said earlier.
Hey man, it's a good video. Bad cooking skills, I gotta be honest.
So I might throw some rice in there, maybe even some pasta or some chicken. I might throw a chicken breast in here or two.
Really? You can put a chicken breast in there?
This is, I think, a family-sized crock pot, so it's good for like 5 people. I had a smaller one before, but I found that I like to just make something in here, like a stew or a soup, and just start it in the morning. You get home from work or you get back a few hours later, and you have food ready to go. It's just ready to go right there for you to eat.
Is he sponsored? I'm just kidding.
So I'll chop up potatoes. Onions are incredibly cheap. I mean, each onion here is less than $1 a piece, and it's gonna last you a long time.
It was like 35, and now that we have extra ingredients everywhere. Okay, all right, okay. It's still like less than $50. Not bad.
You get a lot of great flavoring. And then carrots. This bag of carrots was $1.29, and these are organic carrots. I actually got these at Whole Foods.
Oh, Whole Foods. So you shop at Whole Foods, huh, Nate? Oh, I see.
I was just trash talking Whole Foods, but they do have some good produce you can get for relatively inexpensive.
Some things in there are cheap. Those are like, and that's marketing, by the way. Some things in Whole Foods are gonna be cheap because that's how they get you in the door. And once they get you in the door, and you look at the, you know what I'm saying, things get expensive.
Especially things like carrots. I mean, this is so cheap. You're getting so many good nutrients in them. But I like to put a lot of vegetables in my dinners.
That's Nate's favorite word, nutrients.
You can literally just chop these things up, throw some chicken in there, throw some seasoning in there, and we're good to go. And then if I fill this crock pot, I can go and eat this for a couple of times in just 1 week. And the entire thing filled might cost me $2, $3 to fill the entire pot, and it's really, really great. So
how do you use that thing?
That's kind of my secret for dinner. Sometimes I'll make a steak or some grilled chicken on my stove, or maybe some baked ziti. It really kind of depends, but I like to keep things very simple. Maybe that's just me. I'm not Anthony Bourdain. I'm not a chef. This is just what I do. So actually, if anybody wants to cook for me, let me know, please. Just help me out because I'm struggling here. All right, so one more thing that you want to
It's so dangerous. So dangerous.
Think about is having a sharp knife. Now this one is a super cheap knife, so it's kind of dangerous. I had a very expensive knife, but when I moved out of my other apartment, I think my roommate might have it might have fallen off the truck. I'm not really sure, but I got to go get a better knife because I'm probably going to cut off my fingers slicing these potatoes with a cheap $2 knife that I got at Walmart.
It's not even that. It's the way you're holding the potato. Put it on the cabinet.
So get a really nice kitchenware, and it's going to end up saving a couple ligaments or fingers on your body. Okay, so for lunch, I literally eat the same thing almost every day, which is just peanut butter and jelly. Now, sometimes I'll go
that cannot be sustainable.
Meat and cheese, but yeah. So you can make a few sandwiches here. This loaf of bread, it was 67 cents. It's Walmart brand. It might not be too great for you, but if you're really trying to cut money.
I think this is like a budget if you're really super broke. Like, when I would say broke, I mean like you really are broke. And even then, I wouldn't recommend this stuff because it's a lot of carbs, man. I would just buy like a lot of meat, and that's it. A lot of meat.
Then this might be the way to go. So
$30 worth of meat is a lot of meat.
You got to make at least a few of these sandwiches. Usually I'll make 3 for lunch.
3 sandwiches for lunch? How many calories is that? This guy has a good metabolism for sure, man.
And then as far as what kind of fluids you drink, I really only drink water.
Same here.
Juices are really expensive.
Water and coconut water. That's what I really drink.
They're sometimes kind of a waste. Obviously soda. If you're drinking soda, that's not good for you, especially all that sugar.
Nate O'Brien drinks orange juice. I'm exposing him. I saw a video of him drinking orange juice, so stop the cap, Nate.
So I really try to cut back on sugar as much as possible. I only drink water, so I have my Brita filter. So when I slice my sandwiches, I only cut them diagonal. I don't know who cuts them like this. It's just really weird. So you got to cut them like this, or else.
What am I watching? What am I watching?
They'll go for me. I won't eat them if they're straight up and down like that. Just a weird thing, I guess. All right, so Another thing that I eat
Pancakes.
a lot is pancakes. This box of pancake mix was, I think it was like $3 and something.
I think Nate O'Brien eats like Warren Buffett. Straight up just carbs everywhere. I think Warren these days eats a lot more steak and stuff like that, but this is just like straight up carbs.
And there's literally 39 servings of pancake mix in here for $3. So this could last you more than a month of eating pancakes. Yeah. And there's so many things you can mix in there. I mean, I usually just throw some bananas in here, which, by the way, this banana was 10 cents.
I need a banana. I'm craving
15
fruit.
cents. I think usually about 3 bananas per pound, for 49, maybe 39 cents per pound, 4 bananas. And so the entire breakfast here is about $1 tops at most, probably less than that. I would put these pancakes at about 50 cents for breakfast, or you can eat them for dinner. Throw in some chocolate chips or some other types of fruit as well, and it works pretty well. So let's get started making these, and I'll show you the outcome. You know, as you can tell, I'm not really a chef. These aren't the most beautiful pancakes you've ever seen, but I'm not too picky. It works for me.
Yeah, if it works,
so that's a general idea of what I eat, and you know, I make a lot of different things with just those base ingredients. But the important thing to remember is that if you can just go with the base ingredients, you can get really creative on the types of foods that you make. If you have certain things and you have your proteins, you have your vegetables, you have your fruits, and you can really start to mix them.
All right, this video is over, guys, but I want to know, all right, it's a great video, very well filmed. I probably would not agree with what he's actually eating and stuff like that. I'm gonna give it a like though, but I want to see the comments. A few things to note. I'm not Gordon Ramsay. We each have widely different diets. That is very true. I would assume that a diet may not work for everyone. That's true. My income has increased. I have chosen to expand my food budget to $50 per week so that I can choose more sustainable, healthier food options. Great. You may have noticed that the chicken took up nearly 1/3 of the expenses in this video. This may be anecdotal, but from my experience, eating less meat can be more cost effective, but also maybe not the best thing. Nate is living proof that carbs don't make you fat. That is basically what's happening here, but they make basically everyone fat except for Nate O'Brien. Guys, great video. Okay, I wouldn't eat this way. I'm just being real, just being honest, but it is a great video to kind of get you to think about, like, hey, what can I do with $30? $30. Like, what can I do with $30? And then just have fun with it. You know what I mean? Make your little list of whatever you want to buy. For me, to give you like a quick run through, I eat, like, again, 2 eggs in the morning with 2 pieces of bacon and like 1 tortilla. Sometimes I don't do the tortilla and I put some cheese on it. And then for lunch, I have, for example, either usually ground beef or, for example, like a piece of chicken breast with a tortilla. I just do tortillas a lot because it's like simple. And then for dinner, I don't have any. I just do 2 meals a day. And in between, if I want to have like something sweet, I might either get some fruits or I might have some ice cream in the fridge. But the ice cream is like a keto ice cream, which is only like 100 calories, and it's basically worth it. But that's it, guys. But this right here, man, it's crazy diet. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Crazy diet. All right, guys. See you later, guys. Have fun doing this video, man. Peace out.